Alright, so I'm going to go over here to explain another mechanic. The fate system! These are semi-random events that appear in the overworld. I'm going to let you guys read that if you want. There's very specific fates that appear in specific zones in specific spots. They all have a very specific objective and a very specific timer for you to complete that objective, and there'll be like descriptions, some of which are really hilarious. And for completing them, and anyone in the area can come by and complete them, you get, if you complete the objectives before the time runs out, you get a reward. That being a tiny bit of gil and some experience. And before a couple patches ago, when they actually upgraded the dungeon system to give more experience, this was actually the primary ways people level, and you can tell a fate monster by this little purple thingy above their heads. That level sync they were talking about, aha, I will get into that big purple mark in a second. They're kicking my ass, woo! Run away! Run away! But yeah, if you are above too far levels above the fate, you actually cannot attack the monsters within it. So, but they have a nice little level sync option where you can literally downgrade yourself in order to do that. See, this one I got too far away from. This will happen with any monster. If you get too far away from it, his HP is going to reset and he's going to go back to his spot. Now see, I'm below the recommended level, so that's why I got my butt kicked, but I can still participate. If I am more than 6 levels above it, it will ask me to, like I said, sink my level down, and the game will pretend I'm that level for that duration of time, or if I leave the fate area. And it will obviously reset back to my normal thing along the way. So, you always get participating, you always get a reward, even if nobody actually completes the objectives. However, obviously, you will not get as much experience as if you had obviously completed the objectives as planned. So even if you come by here and the time limit runs out, you'll still get a little bit. Now these guys have the first time we're seeing the AoEs. I'm actually going to let them attack me for a second. Come on, there we go. So you always get a cast bar and there's a nice orange marker on the ground. Those are the beautiful AoEs. If you are in that range, by the time that cast bar stops, you are going to get hit by it. If you're outside by the time the cast bar finishes, you are fine. And you do not have to wait until the actual animation of the move finishes, just as long as the cast bar is done. Like, see, I walked right into the spray, technically, but I'm not going to get hit because my location was not inside the AoE bar when the cast finishes. That's very important for later. Don't stand in that shit. Doesn't matter what class you are, and this goes for tanks especially. If you can avoid standing in it, do so. If you have to stop casting the dodge, do so. The only exception is if you're going to dodge into something worse. Fortunately, though, there is no invincibility timer or anything, so you can get thwacked by multiple ones of those at once, and it's really, really gonna hurt. Now, this little bar is the progress of the fate here. And, how often a fate pops in the zone depends on a various number of factors. One, the fate itself, because some spawn quicker than others. Another is the population of the zone can affect how many fates are open in a zone at once. And that the more people participate in a fate, the next time it spawns, it will become more difficult. And also, if not as many people are participated, the next time it's going to become a little bit weaker. So this is talking about the rewards here. The button blocked that, but this is basically what it looks like. I get a little bit of experience, a little bit of gil. In rare cases, a few of the much more difficult fates will give you actual item prizes. They're mostly crappy. There's only 2 exceptions to this, and they're both level 50 fates, so. But I don't know if you saw the little triangle above their head there. But we haven't seen those yet. All the mobs in the public are going to have this little blue icon, or they're going to have that red triangle looking thing. This little blue one means these enemies are non-hostile, meaning I can walk in front of them all I want and everything, I can walk into them and all around them, and they will not attack me unless I deliberately hit them first. The ones with the little red triangle, if you get within their line of sight and they see you, they will aggro you, meaning they're like, oh crap, I see you, oh fuck you, I'm gonna go over there and kick your ass. So with those monsters, and they will be more common as the levels go up, you gotta be careful. And this little icon, this is a fate that actually someone has to activate in order for it to happen. There's a few of those in each zone. Most of the fates will just pop by themselves whenever the hell they want. So we're just doing a little exploring here. As you can see, there's an aetheryte up here. We're gonna run through and we're gonna activate that. I'm not gonna... do we want to bother? No, I'm not gonna do that just yet. Because we are level 5, so we have another Thaumaturge quest we can actually activate as well. So we're gonna wait on that. Besides, we can't unlock the next level of the hunting log until we're at least level 10, so no rush right now. Run! Run, 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 run! So let's attune to this aetheryte, and we're gonna learn a new spell for doing so. Now we have access to the teleport spell. Now this is what I was talking about before, where now that we have more than one main aetheryte unlocked, we can teleport between them, but it's going to cost us money to do so. So since we only have 2 of these, and I didn't mean to open the map there, we're going to make this one a favorite destination. So now when we teleport here, it's actually going to cost us half the price. And I need to put the little teleport thing on here. So if I hit teleport, it tells us how many gil I have, and these are the aetherytes that I've unlocked so far. And the little star means that's the favorite destination. Obviously, I can teleport back here, but since that's my return location, obviously I don't want to have to spend gil to do that. If I want to teleport to this place normally, it will cost me 100 gil, but since it's a favorite, it's going to cost me half. And the amount of gil is not actually taken until you finish teleporting. So if I did this, and I walked around to get interrupted, it's not going to charge me anything. It's only when it actually goes through. So we're going to use our return spell. Since it's free, 15-minute cooldown, but it's free. And you can always change your home location or your favorite destination anytime. You just have to be in front of that aetheryte to do so. So let's go turn in a few of these quests, and you can see now that we've gained a few levels, we have access to even more of them. So this is the guy who wanted the marmot blood. No, but he wanted the shrew pelt. Okay, alright, fine, whatever. Not that it really matters. Alright, now here, see we have options for what we want to do. See this text for Disciple of War is red, meaning we can equip that. But we have another item that's equipped by all classes, and it has intelligence on it, so we'll do that. And if for some reason we didn't want either of these, we can take this instead. The elegant pieces, there's like tin, bronze, gold, copper, and whatever, and each one sells for a different amount of gil. And it's actually more gil than these would sell for on the marketplace. So obviously if you don't want either of those, your best option, unless you want to spirit bond these pieces, your best option is usually to take that. So we're going to take the pair of shoes, which should have ended up in my armory chest, yep. So these are obviously better because they have intelligence and mind on them. We only need the intelligence because we're Thaumaturge, and that's the stat we're going to end up specializing in. We will be able to manually add that into the stats, but not until level 10. Get my mouse off the screen. I really hate how my duty list is so big now, but that was the one complaint you guys had during my test, was that text was a little bit too small. But it's worth it for you guys. I actually have a macro set up. Oh, that is not the right macro for that. No, my macro didn't get saved. Okay. I don't know why it has a macro for a wave on there as a default, but I do have a macro on my other character. I'm gonna have to copy it over. That will make that duty list disappear, just so you can see things better. This guy wants the blood. Erasmus! Alright. And once again, we have an option for Disciple of War, Disciple of Magic. So we're going to take the pretty hat and put on pretty hempen hat. Now we actually have the option to make our hat disappear. You're still equipped it, but it's just not going to show. We have the same option for our weapon as well, but I like having my weapon dangling at my side. But a lot of hats in this game are ugly, so I'm going to be using that option a lot. So hello, Master Guildmaster. I am level 5 now. Teach me your secrets. Sing me the song of your people. Alrighty. I shall speak with him then. I don't know why I have to jump up those stairs, considering they're like no bigger than a step to me. Oh, did I spook him? Oh, no, he's just surprised and happy to see me. Okay. Alrighty. Yes, now this is a good point, although it's not going to be relevant to us because we're mostly soloing the game. The Thaumaturges are a ranged class, so you want to keep your distance from stuff because you're very squishy and getting bashed by stuff hurts. A lot. Alright, so the Silver Bazaar can be found in Western Thanalan, which we have not gone to yet. Which is also where these ladybugs are. So what's awesome about the journal is you don't have to go look things up where they are. The game pretty much tells you. So we're gonna go out the gate of the Sultana. And discover a new location and get a whole 15 experience points for it! Hooray! And these will also have the little ladybugs. Those are not little. Look at those things, they're massive! But nonetheless, they can be easily fried. So let's do so. The marmots are actually out here as well. In case you wanted to do them here. They're the same ones. And as you can see, we're long out of rusted experience. Oh, and they were actually part of the hunting log too. Yeah. Apparently the quest symbol for the ladybugs overrides the fact that they're a hunting log entry as well. So you can see if my chat box, you'll notice it will keep track of how many you have to kill. And you will automatically get the experience once you actually complete that objective. You don't have to do anything special. Oh, but these cactars are here, so I'm gonna murder these while we are already right here. Why not? It's gonna take like 5 seconds to kill, so. I hate it when they have like such little HP left. And you still have to sit there and cast for 2.5 seconds to fix that. I can technically manually thwack things, but it does so little damage that it's not worth it. What do you mean it's out of range? Yeah, see, I did a whole 1 damage. As opposed to the paltry 20 or so I'm doing. Trust me, these numbers will grow big later. They will. The class we will become is actually some of the highest individual burst damage there is. You people have side quests, but I don't give a crap right now. I'm on a mission. So I'm just gonna run straight through this area. And we're on top of another fate, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Yeah, some of these fate monsters are actually like those triangle ones. Here we go, like one of these, that they auto-aggro, so you gotta be careful of that too. Yeah, see, I get in front of this guy, or if he sees me right now, he's turned around, but now he sees me, so even though I didn't even provoke him, he's all pissed off at me. But the good thing is, though, if you get too far from a monster, like I said before, eventually he will not be mad at you anymore, and he's like, screw that, I'm not chasing after you. And more hunting log stuff. Keep in mind that that distance will increase the higher the monster level is. One of the good things about those auto-aggro monsters, though, is if you're more than 10 levels higher than them, they will leave you alone. They will not be you will not provoke them by simply walking past them. So, alright, let's place the dried fish here. Why at this random spot, I don't know, but... okay. Aha. We need to hide over here. Not behind the tree, but just sit here and just wait. Uh-oh. And the vulture appears. Yeah, a lot of quests where you have to place items like this are like this. You put something down, you wait off in a corner, something comes, and you have to murder it. It's a fairly common sight in this game. Hooray! So we get some vulture meat. Now we have to make a delivery! As you can see, the map is slowly filling out here. There's still a lot more of this map. Some of these maps we won't actually be able to completely fill out for a very long time, because as much as this is a low-level area, some of these maps in the far corners are actually max level. Like this area way up here, for example, this right here has like level 49 monsters in it. So we're not going to be up there for a very long time. There are achievements for filling out the maps, by the way. I just got here, sir. I'm here to make a delivery. I'm gonna pee in your face if you keep this up. Oh, hello. Oh, you're nice to him, but you're mean to me. People are so misogynist. Ah, no, I'm just kidding. Your brothers? Uh-oh. What made that poor guy sad? Alright, so let's return to the Salvatores Guild. And since you can see our return is still down, it's another 4 minutes on it, we're just gonna cough up the teleport fee. I could have just ran back, but... well, especially I should have, considering how poor I am right now, but... you know what? Hell with that. So actually, I'm gonna go to the Gladiators Guild first. Just so I can report to the other guy and get my reward. But I could have just walked back, but that would just take too long. I mean, not just for the sake of the video, because I can cut it out, but I'm just lazy. There you are. But I don't have a sword. I have a fancy wand. Then we're gonna take the gloves. And they're big, giant red mitts. They look like boxing gloves on me. Good. All the more to punch these Lolafells in the face. Alright, so let's return to the Thaumaturge's Guild with proof of my exploits. Remember, incapable of lying, I'm the protagonist. Therefore, I'm the good guy. This is actually the biggest guild hall, by the way, because in itself is a shrine, so... I have passed the test! Hooray! I didn't get killed! Yeah. There are some moves, if you're hit by them, you can get your spell interrupted, even if you don't move to interrupt them, which can be a pain in the butt. I love how they all have different facial markings. And that's pretty much what I just told you, that... Yeah. You're an offensive class, but you don't take hits to the face very well. Oh, hello again. Oh, we learned his name. Oh. You broke your promise. Oh. Poor little guy needs a hug. In case you have not gotten the inference from the dialogue, Kokobushi here is the sixth brother of this clan. And he is very upset. That's what he meant by my brothers, they did it again. That is not the right thing to say to him. Blame it all on him. Ugh. And people wonder why he's so upset. Yeah, and he just makes that, what I just told for you clear, in case you didn't figure it out. He wants to be just like you! Oh, poor little guy. I would feel bad too if all my siblings were all these powerful thaumaturges and I was the only one who couldn't join them. I would feel very left out too. Alright. So here we have a guaranteed drop, which is a new staff, which we will be equipping. But we also have a choice of various different items. Now, we already have a hat with these stats. But one thing you gotta be careful of is the item level. Like here, this ring here, I can't equip it until level 9. And this wristle I can't equip until level 8. So you gotta want to keep this in mind for what item you want to choose. I'm gonna just choose the robe, which is also an untradeable item. So I can't even sell it to the stupid vendors. Not that you would mind. And it's also unique, meaning I can't have more than one of these at a time. So now we get a fancy smancy new robe. Hey! We gotta remember to equip our new weapon as well. And that's gonna, this number here is our average item level. It's not really that important for the time being, but it will be in endgame because it will reflect how much damage you can take, how much HP you have, and things like that. It's very important in the end game, and there are actually a bunch of instances that you are locked out of if that average item level is not high enough. But that is going to be it for this episode. You can see this is actually a two-handed staff. So my shield has been unequipped. Thaumaturges, as well as conjurers, have the option to have a one-handed or a two-handed weapon. The two-handed weapons tend to be more powerful, but as said, you cannot equip a shield while you have one equipped. So it's basically a trade-off. It's like, do you want the stats of the slightly weaker stats of both a one-handed one and a shield, or just one weapon that pretty much is a combination of the two for the most part. So then we look a little bit more threatening, and it just hangs on our back. This thing is bigger than all three, like 5 of these combined. Well, maybe not quite that big, but I like the one who's sitting on the desk. How do you climb up there? I still feel so bad for the Lillifels in this poor world. It's like, how do you get anywhere being so short? And this is coming from a short person anyway. Like, I go to places, I go to like a restaurant or like have to wait in a chair somewhere, and half the time my feet don't touch the ground, so I know the feeling, but they're like even half the size of me. But that's all gonna be it for this episode. So, in the meantime, since we don't get the next quest till level 10, there will be a stream involved, getting from level 5 to 10, and taking care of some of these side quests. Actually, no, never mind. We have some storyline quests we can actually do. Because remember, in the Adventurers Guild, at level 4, we have the ability to unlock a new quest. So we're going to continue the main storyline next time. I almost forgot about that. So thank you for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you soon.